Hey, Upshade my Africa. Thank you so much for tuning in on King Said So. It's a Monday, another week for us to tackle this difficult but also sometimes most of the times pleasant thing called life. I'm not going to take much of your time. I want to cover 3 different topics today. The first topic being this leaked video of our Deputy President Paul Mashatile, who is seen enjoying life, having some nice beverages there with beautiful ladies and some friends, and one of the drunk dunderhead empty heads friend decided to take a video and leak this video to the public, and people are not happy with Paul Mashatile. I also want to speak about this issue that Julius Malema says he's willing to engage with the ANC regarding the budget of South Africa, and he's willing to see if they can't find an equilibrium with them. And some people are saying no, this means that Julius Malema is willing to sell the soul of the EFF just to get into power with the ANC there in the mix with the government of national confusion. Could this be true? I don't know. And also, the South African Communist Party and 90 other political parties have been deregistered from the IEC for participating in the local elections in 2026-2027. Now, what is the reason that these people are being kicked out? There are 3 particular highlights that the IEC has pointed out, and I want us to talk about that. Let's talk about that, Paseta, and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Ngwane Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, I'm just covering 3 different topics just to keep you guys informed as to what is happening and what is trending in the circles of South African politics today. Before we do that, there is a specific poet that I'm bringing to the gala dinner that I want you guys to enjoy some of his work, and I challenged him. I said, listen, go and write a new poem for Paseta, specifically for Paseta. I know you're gonna perform some of your beautiful work that that has made you famous, but please, Rabbi, his name is Rabbi wrote. I said, please write something for Paseta, and I'm telling you, he did something special. But just to tease you guys who will be coming to the gala dinner and those who will not be coming, this is something that you guys are going to witness on that night.
Once upon a crime to humanity, they built schools that locked us out, chalkboards that erased our names, books that never spoke of our kings, nor our queens all the same. They told us knowledge was not ours, that our minds were not made for mathematics, that when they colonized us, they did us a favor. They told us our hands were only made for labor, that our tongues could never speak the language of the future. Mamaka, they lied to us. Our mineral wealth is the only reason they are still tied to us. Us. Children of those who knew science before it had a name, who counted stars before counting coins, who tamed rivers before they built roads, who farmed the land before they fenced it off. We are the ones who remember.
I'm pulling out the guns, guys. I've got an event organizing team that is doing fantastic job behind the scene that some of you don't see. We are trying our best to get this gala dinner to the high standard of Paseta, because we want to start at the high note. We want to show people our quality. We want to show people our vision, working with the architectures, working with the people that are preparing the program, working with the hospitality people, parking, security, everything that you can think of, from the ashes to the food, the tablecloth, all those things need to be top notch for people like yourself who will be blessing us with your presence. Thank you so much for everyone that is engaging, checking us as to how far we are with everything. And those who haven't already, please, we are now 6 weeks away from 6 weeks away from the gala dinner. Make sure that you purchase your ticket of the fundraising gala dinner for building our school. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm sure you have enjoyed that poem. Go in the comment section and give our brother some encouragement. He's got a YouTube channel. I think it is Rabi on YouTube. I'll post it here so that you guys can follow him and subscribe, to his channel. Because he's doing a fantastic job. He's one of those YouTubers authentic to South African language, authentic, the way he delivers news. For me, he's one of the best upcoming podcasters in South Africa. Now, let's get into the issue of Paul Mashatile, the video that was linked. I'm not going to play the music and everything, but I'm just going to play the video and put it here for you guys, because I see some people, it has ruffled their feathers in a wrong way, that they are not happy with this video. Our deputy president, according to many South Africans, is not supposed to be having a good time where he can enjoy a drink. I don't know what that means. I don't know. The sad thing about this whole thing that is happening is that we saw the video, and you know how African people are. You know how African people are. They are just going to attack another African person and just make up story. People are linking this video. You should read the comments on X. You see, that is why they increase VAT so that they can buy more expensive bottles and everything. Guys, the man is human. The man is human. Until you can show me that the money that he's indulging in is stolen money, those people are so chilled. I expect elderly people to be socializing in this type of circles, unlike seeing him in a club or seeing him in crowded spaces and everything. He needs to be in this type of spaces, according to me. The only thing he needs to make sure, as the deputy president, you cannot be having someone videoizing you and then posting that video. That dunderhead, empty head of a friend that posted that video must be dealt with in terms of casting him out of the circle and not allowing him to be anywhere close to yourself again, because it never comes out in a good light, this type of issue. South Africans will always be angry. If you can imagine what will happen if Cyril Ramaphosa appears in the same clip, people are not going to be happy, because they're going to say, South Africa has got so many problems. Where do you get time to sit and relax and wind down and all of those things? You remember, guys, not so long ago last year, Paul Mashatile fainted on stage because of exhaustion and the body not being able to take anymore. And these people, they really work. So I'm not here to speak or defend for him, but I'm just going to say he's human. Let him also enjoy his recreation time the way he wants to enjoy it. Please, people, there's nothing wrong with what he's doing there. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Another story that is making rounds on social media is Julius Malema's on again Sunday Times or Sunday Times, Sunday Live. Julius Malema saying that he's willing to engage the ANC in terms of the budget, so that because they need a vote. I think they've got like 13 days that they need to vote against or for the budget so that it can be passed or not. So Julius Malema is saying, ANC, you guys, we've got seats in parliament. We can assist you guys in, crossing over there, but you guys have to listen for us. He is saying, though, that he's under no circumstances will they allow VAT to be increased. There's other creative ways to get money. Specifically, it says increase the wealth tax and everything. Tax the rich, tax the businesses, the corporates, and make sure that they pay a little bit more for tax. But you know, the corporates manipulate their books. Where tax evasion is a big thing. It's not easy to catch them. It's easy for corporates just to produce a balance sheet that does not show profit and all of those things. So that's going to be difficult. But what is more interesting is that many people are saying no. Julius Malema wants to get into the GNU, and they are not happy with that. Listen to me very carefully. It was a big mistake. I was one of those people who said the MK and the EFF did very well not to get into the GNU negotiations, where there is Freedom Front Plus and the Democratic Alliance. And this will be seen by some of us who are always chasing, hey, this Pan-Africanism, hey, the liberation, don't abandon the liberation, don't be a sellout and all of those things. We did not want the EFF and the MK to participate in the GNU that has those two other parties and that other lost party but the pathetic alliance. So now that we are now, what are we now? Almost a year of this government of national unity. I'm in a position where I'm thinking, what ministries would the economic freedom fighters could have got, even if it's just two, justice maybe, education maybe. I don't know what they're gonna give them, something simple like tourism, maybe sports. What were they going to give the economic freedom fighters? The police? They were never going to give them police. But, now that I see how the Democratic Alliance is abusing their power, controlling the ANC as they want, and the ANC also not knowing how to handle the Democratic Alliance. I mean, there is no level of higher disrespect than you see the country is in distress with this misinformation that is happening in America, and you send your own delegation that does not have ANC representatives. That shows you that the DA does not see the ANC as anything. So for me, I was very sad with that, and I was like, maybe, I don't know, maybe the EFF and the MK should have just joined there and let all these parties be in the GNU. I think they were going to disturb any agenda that the ANC, right wingers and the DA would have wanted to do. I really think so right now. So if the EFF gets into talks with the ANC, and those talks get to an advanced stage where the ANC is somehow considering to kick out some of the ministries, the ministers from the DA, and the economic freedom fighters can get in there, and they are all saying, no, let's lock the MK political party outside. If they want to do that, I would not be completely angry. I would understand it as a strategical tactic that they took. Honestly, to be honest with you guys, it's not what I want. What we want is ANC and EFF and MK. That's what we want. We want those political parties in power at the same time. That's a wish that we want as African people. Not likely to happen, but that's what we want. So if indeed Julius Malema advances and gets into serious talks with the ANC and gets something out of it, even make you guys angry by agreeing with the tax to be risen 0.5%, and then they give the EFF some position. I go right, man, as long as we disturb the DA, man. The DA and the ANC bayazenzela phezu kwethu. Let's wait and see what will be the results to that. They have got 13 days. It should be less than 13 days now. Let's wait and see what is going to happen. And let's see if Julius Malema is a masterful negotiator, or maybe it's just going to collapse because the ANC, the pride there Mashatile and the EFF are not willing to budge with this issue of the VAT. So the South African Communist Party, I want to speak about this party, but before I do, listen to what Solima Paila said about meeting Jacob Zuma and if the South African Communist Party will join or hold hands with the MK political party.
At the book launch of Comrade Advocate Moses Kakani's book, I met President Zuma, who was invited to speak at the event. And we exchanged some pleasantries. And certainly I was meeting him for the first time after he established Mkondo Sizwe Party. We even took pictures, as you know, when we're taking pictures with the group of people there. And later on, I was with Comrade Buti Manamela, who was also at the book launch. And we see the pictures moving around, circulated in the ANC circles with the cropping of the other people like Advocate Skakani, Professor Sacp and others that we were together when we were taking this picture, and creating an impression that I think they left me with President Zuma and Advocate Mbofu. So I felt it's important that we clarify this matter so that it doesn't cause confusion, particularly among some of the members, because a couple of days ago I did an interview with some people who came to our office of a left-wing publication. And they say, yeah, we've been hearing these rumors that you are going to go to MK Party. There's nothing further from the truth. So we also clarified, I want to clarify that so that given the poisoned atmosphere in our movement, this matter is not abused by labeling and besmirching of one's name on the basis of those who differ with one's political opinions. I know I've been a victim of this several times. So it's important that that matter is clarified. As a political leader, I must indicate that I meet many other political people on the road in many places. We greet and exchange pleasantries. These are political role players. We can't ignore them, even from the opposition parties of the liberation forces. So I also need to say that he's not my enemy, former President Zuma. We have political differences. So it's important that this is also understood in that context. When we
ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's start here. The South African Communist Party has been deregistered by the IEC and 90 other political parties for the reason of not having a representative in a legislative body. And also they are saying that they have not contested in general elections ever since their establishment. And also the last reason would be not have renewed their registration in with reaching the deadline of 31 January 2025. So yes, the South African Communist Party did speak with the IEC officials unofficially there in the book launch of the Moses Kakani, and they said they explained to them that they have done what is expected from them, but looks like the IEC did not get the communication, so they will resend that email to show that they have done everything that is required from them. And of course they have not contested in general elections ever since they were established, and I don't think that should be a reason why a political party must not participate in elections. Don't infringe the freedom of the freedom of choice from people. Whether a political party is new, they have never contested, or they are old and they were in alliance to another party and now they decided to contest the elections alone. Leave those people alone. Let them go there, and those who want to vote for them, let them do that. If they want to go waste money and campaign and do all of those things so that they can see their numbers truly, let them do it. And You know, with Usoli Mapaila and the hate that he has for the MK, for me, it's like how it's misguided your hatred for the MK political party, because once you get out of the ANC, you're going to need a home, sorry. Whether it's EFF or it's MK, you're gonna need a home. And I honestly think that a better home for them as the Communist Party is the MK political party. They are not a good fit in the EFF. Usoli's relationship with Floyd. So I think they would be better. They could get 1 or 2 seats for as donation if they can endorse that unity that the MK political party is trying to push. With the EFF, it's a more stricter, more well-oiled machine in terms of a political party. There is no jumping of queues in the EFF. So, and again, there's the big man himself, Usillo, who you have to get through or have to convince to you. I'm sure he will welcome the Communist Party if they said we will vote with you guys going forward. And I don't think that will be completely a bad thing, So don't bend the bridges. Don't say nothing is further from the truth. Will never work with the MK political party. Those are just pictures. Don't take them serious and everything like that. Keep your political cards close to the chest and don't show them early. Don't show them early, because what if now this issue of the IEC does not get resolved and now you find yourself not being able to contest the elections? What are you going to do? Run back to the ANC? The same ANC that you're saying is a captured ANC by the new liberal forces of our country. So yeah, Usoli has to be very careful. Another thing about the Communist Party that always gets me worried is that their youth arm, their Secretary General of the South African Communist Party, is not doing their job. It's like they are detached, disconnected from the youth, from how the youth operate. They are not that active on social media. They are always having these political classes, engagement, and all of those things that the youth don't really care about. The youth care about TikTok, YouTube, social media. The youth is out there. You need to reach to the youth, and also you need to speak the language of the youth to win more votes. You cannot say no, the people who are conscious about political communism are the ones who are going to vote for us. Socialism and everything. No. It does not work like that. South African politics is politics of personalities. You need Bonginkosi Kanyile to revive the youth structure. The same with the Communist Party. They must identify someone who is strong, who can have a character, like bringing Tlantlalax or something. I don't know. Just bringing someone there who's going to bring some color into that dullness of the Communist Party. A very, very disappointing party in terms of bringing out its beautiful character, because to their core they are very grounded in true socialism and they are true communist party, and they are speaking for the workers, but it's not branded properly. I'm not sure if some of you understand what I'm saying, but anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I had a good weekend in Johannesburg. I'm sure some of you will see some work that we did this week somewhere. And but it ended up bad. The person I was traveling with, who is my best friend here in Kimberley's mother, passed away while we are in Johannesburg. And I want to say, her soul rest in peace. We're actually burying her today because they are Islam. So Islam people don't waste time with funerals. So we are burying her today, and we want to wish her a peaceful journey to the next life. So yeah, that's it. That my weekend finished on that note. So that was not nice. That's why I did not record much this past weekend. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace. Pan-Africanism. I salute you.